I really don't want to do this, but because it's the championship weekend, might as well get it over with. Anyways, well, here we are. Greetings, NASCAR joyers, and this is it for the year. It's the championship race weekend, everyone. But anyways, I watched the pre-race ceremonies and several past Xfinity Series championships, including Tyler Reddick, give off the command to start their engines. Anyways, the final send-off to the Xfinity Series begins with Taylor Gray and Brandon Jones battling for the lead. Brandon Jones overtakes Gray for the lead, but Gray is still right behind him. Creed attempted to overtake Zillisch, but he wasn't successful at doing it. He managed to pass him next time around. Eric Almirola and Jesse Love battle for 6. Contact ensues, and Jesse Love does not want to give up 6 to Eric Almirola. Zillisch and Allgaier battle for 4th. So far, not much is going on. Why did Phoenix have to be a championship race again? It's one of the most boring tracks that NASCAR could race on. Yeah, like, the infamous dogleg oval is not suitable for a championship race. Homestead is. And I'm glad that Homestead's going to be the championship race next year. Gray managed to get past his teammate Brandon Jones for the lead. Brandon Jones has fallen behind as Zillisch is catching up to him. Jesse Love is starting to fall back, and he has issues with his car. Aside from that, not much else is happening, but I will tell you this though. Ryan Sieg is driving Sam Mayer's car. Sam Mayer was suspended following his actions at Martinsville. Yeah, what he did on the cooldown lap at Martinsville was unacceptable. And Jeb Burton blew a tire and wrecked his car, yet no caution is thrown as he made it to pit road. Carson Kvapil is moving his way to 7th, and just like that, Taylor Gray wins the first stage of the Xfinity Series Championship race at Phoenix. But anyways, several drivers come down to pit road, and Taylor Gray wins the race off pit road, even though he nearly stopped too early. And Carson Kvapil has issues on pit road. The second stage begins with Taylor Gray and Connor Zillisch battling for the lead. Holy crapper! Zillisch got the lead! But Gray is not slowing down. Allgaier just took second away from Gray. Creed backs off and starts falling back. Allgaier and Zillisch continue to go at it. Allgaier gets past Zillisch, but Zillisch will not slow down. Jesse Love is trying to get past Brandon Jones and manages to do so. Ah, crap. This is gonna hurt. And you're gonna see why. Corey Day nearly gets into the wall. Justin Allgaier now has a 2-second lead gap over Zillisch. Allgaier starts getting caught up in lap traffic. Jesse Love gets past Nick Sanchez for 6th. Corey Day and Christian Eckes have contact. Justin Allgaier wins the second stage of the Xfinity Series Championship race at Phoenix. But anyways, the next race off pit road begins, and Jesse Love wins the race off pit road. Dang it! Seriously, like, I know you're not allowed to sabotage other people's pit crews, but this is the one time I want Jesse Love's pit crews to be sabotaged. Just so that something like this doesn't happen next year. I hope so. But anyways, the third and final stage begins with Jesse Love and Justin Allgaier battling for the lead. Allgaier manages to pull away from Jesse Love. Zillisch has jumped up to 5th. Allgaier is struggling to get past Sheldon Creed. And the caution just came out as, yep, you guessed it, Leland Honeyman loses control. What a big surprise. Every time you see a caution in the Xfinity Series, you can guarantee that Leland Honeyman will be involved in it. He gets taken out by Daniel Dye. But anyways, several drivers take the risk to come down to pit road, and there will be no race off pit road this time. The caution ends with Jesse Love and Justin Allgaier battling for the lead. Zillisch gets past Creed for 5th. Don't let Jesse get past you! Allgaier and Jesse engage in a battle for the lead. Hold him off, Allgaier. Don't let that punk get past you. Both drivers get held up by lap traffic. Allgaier does a great job at holding off Jesse, even when Jesse performs a failed bump and run. Allgaier still manages to hold him off. And another caution just came out as Ryan Sieg took a violent hit when he crashed into the wall. Holy crapper, his car is done for, like, it's toast. There's no way you're gonna continue Racing like that, man. He gets taken out by Eckes. Doing the same thing as Chick Hicks, eh? But anyway, several drivers make their final pit stops of the night, and Jesse Love wins the race off a pit road. Are you freaking serious? This is the one time that I actually want a driver to have issues on pit road. Because as you can tell, I do not like Jesse Love. The caution ends with Zillisch jumping to the lead, and look who showed up. Yep, it's Eric Almirola. He just got past Jesse Love. Jesse Love fell back to 4th. He battles Allgaier for 3rd. He now battles Eric Almirola for 2nd. Seriously, like he's getting past Almirola. Please don't let this happen next year, I swear. Jesse Love and Connor Zillisch battle for the lead, and it's on like Donkey Kong. Oh, come on! Jesse Love got past Zillisch. Boo! I really hope he falls back. Eric Almirola gets past Zillisch. I really don't believe this. Jesse Love just won the championship, and this is why I got upset. Like, it is one of the most heartbreaking things to happen in NASCAR. I wanted Zillisch to win, and even worse is the fact that the Dodgers beat the Blue Jays. So yeah, last night was nothing but heartbreak. Had Jesse Love not won, it would have gotten a 9 out of 10. And yes, having Connor Zillisch win that race would have easily saved it. But as it stands, the race is ruined by a late race mistake, and it costed Zillisch the championship. He should have never let Jesse Love pass him. Easily a blow if you ask me, and this is why the playoffs suck. Yeah, like, I wanted to defend the playoff format, but I can't. The playoffs just freaking suck, and you can see why NASCAR is revamping it next year. I know the two are besties, but Jesse will still never be forgiven for his actions at Talladega. But anyways, I'm going to sign off. Hopefully, I'll calm down with some bonus content. Well, greetings again, and I decided to get myself a sub from Subway called the Phoenix Fire BMT, and it has hot peppers and Nashville hot sauce alongside the usual mayonnaise, and I also got a unique drink with it called the Phoenix Lemonade, Phoenix Fizzy Lemonade, which is brisk lemonade mixed with 7-Up. But anyways, this is a spicy sub that I got, and I also got chips. Well, I didn't get chips with it, and some cookies. Well, a couple of cookies. Yeah, I'm going to re-rate the NASCAR Xfinity Series Championship race a 4 out of 10 because it is one of the most humiliating ways you could lose a championship. The only reason why it's not rated any lower is because it had some genuine excitement, but as it stands, nothing could save it. It was just a disastrous race, and one of the many moments of why last night was, well, ended in sadness. Yeah, it's just one depressing thing after another. But anyways, let's try this up. Yeah, it is very spicy. The reason why I have the audio muted is because my mom decided to watch Death in Paradise while I filmed this video, but it's still pretty good, and here's the drink. Yeah, it's actually an interesting combination if you ask me, 7-Up and brisk lemonade. So yeah, the sub is much better than the Xfinity Championship race. It gets a 9 out of 10, and here's more bonus content for you.